On October 19th, at the First Bank Center in Denver, Colorado, two of boxing's emerging action heroes, mile-high Mike Alvarado and the Siberian Rocky Ruslan Provodnikov, will meet in a matchup that has the boxing world buzzing with anticipation. But before they ever meet in the ring, right here, right now, they face off. Gentlemen. Mike, the last time we saw you in consecutive fights, you were having fight of the year type wars with Brandon Rios. Now they put this animal in front of you. What is it with you? No soft touches.
Oh, they love the excitement. They love what I bring to this sport. So, I mean, they're gonna put those type of styles in front of me.
Well, what was your reaction when they brought up Provodnikov's name?
I was like, wow, another tough animal, like you said, and I mean, I'm ready for it though, you know. The Rios fights, yeah, I came out and fought those type of warrior battles and been in them wars, but I mean, they've only made me a better boxer, so.
Ruslan, meanwhile, the last time we saw you, you were in a fight of the year kind of fight with a very determined fighter who you beat on but couldn't break, Tim Bradley. Now in front of you is another kind of fighter with that kind of iron will. What are your thoughts about fighting another guy like that right after Tim Bradley?
Бой будет очень зрелищным. Майк очень хороший боец, он с характером, и это то, что мне надо. Это столкновение двух характеров, двух воль. И у кого воля будет сильнее, тот и победит. Тот, кто сможет сломать волю другого соперника, тот и выиграет в этом бою. Здесь не будет никакой техники, здесь будет только война. Здесь будет драка. Это я вам обещаю.
Did you think you won the Bradley fight?
Ань?
Yes, do you think you won?
После боя сразу же я думал, что да, я выиграл бой с Брэдли. Но после того, как я остыл и посмотрел бой, я понимаю, что судьи, наверное, поступили правильно, отдав Брэдли победу. Я считаю, что он ее заслужил. Он настоящий чемпион.
Mike, you rarely hear a fighter answer like that. Especially, he could have been given certain 10-8 rounds he wasn't given and he would have won. There's no deception in him. He just comes to go to war. How do you fight a guy like that?
We're gonna fight regardless. I mean, yeah, I could box all night and switch my game plan up, but we're gonna have to fight regardless. I'm gonna have to fight him off me to box. So, I mean, my boxing game is gonna have to go from fighting to boxing, back to fighting to boxing, fighting to boxing. So either way, my style is gonna change back and forth.
What do you see when you look at Ruslan Provodnikov?
I see a young, focused warrior ready to steal my WBO world title from me out of my backyard come October 19th.
I'm trying to get into, because it always interests me in fights like this, for both of you. How do you mentally prepare yourself, knowing what you each bring to the table, for a fight that's going to be, let's face it, really brutal? Are you excited by it? Are you scared by it? What kind of emotions? How do you prepare yourself, Ruslan?
На данный момент, получив этот бой, я воздуховлен просто, я счастлив. Я не боюсь то, что со мной случится в бою. Я готов ко всему. Я не боюсь проиграть. То есть я жду этого боя. Я хочу выйти в ринг и показать того, какой я есть. То, что я умею. А умею я драться. Я всю жизнь дрался. С детства так уж получилось.
Mike, so this is like Brandon Rios, a guy who, when you watch him fight, you get the feeling that the more brutal the fight, the more fun he's having in a way, the more he in some way enjoys it. Is that the way you feel? How do you feel about a fight like this?
These fights only make me better. I mean,
But do you look, what do you think? Do you prepare yourself? Or are you like,
I'm
damn,
only
I have to go
scared
through hell right
of
now?
the worst that could happen. But, I mean, all emotions go through my body going into fights like this. I mean, I'm getting nervous, I get anxious, I get excited, but, I mean, it's motivating to me.
That's a very honest answer about having all the kinds of emotions going through you.
Yes.
Do you believe guys like Provodnikov or Rios who say there's no fear, there's no nothing, there's just excitement, that they love the action? Do you think they're fronting in some way, or do you believe them?
I'm a warrior just like them, and I know they're going through the same emotions that I'm going through. I know it. They have to be. They know it too themselves.
Why do you think Ruslan doesn't say it in that case?
I don't know. That's on him to figure out.
You understand what he just said?
Я понял. Я не говорю, что я не боюсь. Я боюсь. Я боюсь, я перед каждым боем испытываю страх. Но вот именно этот страх меня мотивирует. Я его... Ибо страх — это самый мой главный соперник. Я должен победить этот страх. Соперник — это ерунда. Страх. Выйти в ринг и победить этот страх. Все остальное уже ерунда. Я боюсь.
Mike, a fighter with your style, a fighter with your kind of mentality, a lot of times they don't have very long careers, even if they're brilliant careers. At some point, you're looking for a big money fight, and this is what's standing in your way.
Yes,
Do you ever think about it that way?
I do. I mean, I just know I have a lot of hard work in front of me, and I have to get through him to get to that big money fight. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting.
And it's the same for you. You're a name that gets mentioned every time someone says who could fight one of these big fighters, who would make a great fight. Provodnikov is a name you hear nowadays, but you got to beat that guy to get there. Do you think of this fight that way?
Когда мне менеджер позвонил, сказал: Руслан, есть вариант, что ты будешь драться с Альварадо. Но денег много не получишь, и придется драться у него дома. Я сказал: нет проблем, присылайте контракт. Это то, что я хотел. Деньги, пояса, это после боя с Брэдли мне стало все равно. Люди запомнят только бои. Только бои. Неважно, чемпион ты мира или не чемпион мира. Я дерусь от всего сердца, со всей душой. Вот что запоминают. Мне осталось, наверное, не очень много, наверное. Поэтому я хочу успеть сделать многое. За это короткое время я хочу побить как можно больше хороших бойцов и оставить о себе след, а не эти титулы. Это все ерунда. Поэтому я взял этот бой. Я был инициатором этого боя. Я подписал контракт за месяц до того, как подписал Альварадо. Я месяц ждал, пока он подпишет контракт. Я согласился на все условия. Я сказал, мне все равно.
Ruslan, when the press hears someone say what you just said, usually we're very cynical about it. Yeah, he's doing it for the fame and the glory. Either he's not telling the truth or he's crazy. Or in your case, he's this guy from Siberia and maybe the culture is different. What are we supposed to make of your saying something like that? That it's not about the money, it's not about the titles, it's basically about the glory.
Это не фарс, это не просто слова. Я уже доказал, идет от сердца. Да я так чувствую, я так хочу. Не за себя, я дерусь за свой народ. Меня после боя с Брэдли назвали народным чемпионом. Я думаю, что это дороже любого пояса. Это не фарс. Это то, что я чувствую.
That's a kind of tough mentality to overcome.
It is. I see the hunger in him. I see the emotion.
You heard him say that I signed the contract right away.
Right.
He took a month to sign it, which I infer means that he's ready to fight like that, and
Right.
you looked at him and thought maybe yes, maybe no. Why did you take a month to sign?
I don't know. It's just the way the whole
Businesses.
business went. So
But did you think at a certain point, do
I
I need
didn't
to
turn
fight
nobody
Provodnikov?
down. I didn't turn anybody down at all. You know,
How do you beat Ruslan Provodnikov?
I pour out my heart, my soul. I dig deep. I execute every preparation. I utilize every weapon that I know how. So
Ruslan, how do you win this fight? Not just put up a great fight, but come away with the win. How do you beat Mike Alvarado?
Вы поймите, что это тот бой, где физические данные и технические выходят не на первую роль. Это тот бой, где на первую роль выходит характер, воля. И тот, кто готов пойти до конца и до последнего, тот, кто подавит волю, тот, кто сломает соперника, тот и выиграет. Морально ты должен готов к этому бою быть, а не физически и технически. Морально. Чтобы Майку меня остановить, ему придется меня нокаутировать. Другого пути нет.
Is there anything you want to say to him directly right now?
Сейчас впереди у нас длинная подготовка, и эта задача, я буду за него молиться и ставить свечки, чтобы у него подготовка прошла без всяких травм и прошла очень хорошо, и чтобы мы 19-го вышли оба в здравии, в ринг и показали то, чего от нас ждут. От нас ждут фейерверка, от нас ждут драмы боя. Я думаю, что все, кто включит телевизор и придет на этот бой, они не пожалеют. Я это обещал перед боем с Брэдли, я сдержал слово. И сейчас я тоже это обещаю.
October 19th, Denver, Colorado.
it's gonna be fireworks.
Can't come soon enough.
It's gonna be a good one.
Thank you guys very much for coming here today and facing off.
Thank you.
HBO Boxing's epic fall season continues with World Championship Boxing. Courage is in high supply as two of the sport's most tenacious warriors clash in Colorado. After avenging his only career loss against Brandon Rios, hard-hitting Denver native Mike Mile High Alvarado looks to defend his home turf and junior welterweight crown. But in his way looms Russia's own Siberian Rocky, Ruslan Provodnikov, seeking redemption after losing a memorable slugfest against welterweight champ Timothy Bradley earlier this year.
Anybody could win a world title, but defending it makes you a champion.
The epic fall season continues with World Championship Boxing, live Saturday, October 19th at 9:45.